Are cosplaying couples the best couples to be right now?
You go first. I got nothing to say.
Well, honestly, it's great to have basically like a partner in crime. Having somebody that, oh my God. It's, it's great to have a partner in crime, somebody who shares the same interests as you. There's nothing better than that. There's a lot of issues that people have is coming to cons alone and not having somebody with them, and then they have social anxiety. You have somebody there with you, whether it be your partner or a best friend. Just having somebody there with you makes the whole experience so much easier and so much more fun. So that's why it's the best.
I think personally, from my personal experience, I feel like we balance each other out when it comes to this cosplay thing, because I can build with phone, 3D print, and she can sew. So there's a lot of stuff that I can't do that I can't do and I can't do, vice versa. So we balance each other out. We help each other a whole lot with all of our cosplays. So it's just been a good journey as having a partner who just loves the same thing that you're doing, because you're in the house doing the weird stuff, and it's not weird because we both love doing the same thing. So yeah, it's more comfortable. Are we calling people? Or we just,
Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
yeah.
She had her hand up first.
Okay.
So I'm Joy with Milana Newly Podcast. So my question for you is, I know a lot of cosplayers sometimes protect or keep that part of their life away from the folks in their circle. So how did you find out that the other liked cosplay, and who was first? How did y'all discover this about each other? Or did it happen at the same time?
I mean, we both were cosplaying on our own, so we were already cosplayers. And then
Tell the story.
he's so. I'm gonna leave some parts out, but yeah, he found me on Facebook and he said, "Oh, I'm in this group. We're all cosplayers." And then he told the group, "I found this girl. She's a really good cosplayer. I want to bring her in the group." And so he brought me in the group. So that's pretty much how he found me. So.
No, she was still doing her thing. She was just kind of low key with it.
Yeah, I just started.
Yeah, because I saw her say, well, first of all, I was like, "She's beautiful. Hold up now." That was my intention. I saw she had cosplays. Oh, cool. She does amazing work. So I was like, put her in the group, and then she blew up after that.
Yeah, he knew me before the whole "she gonna be black today" and everything, and that's for everything he knew me, and he brought me into the group, and then everything happened. So he's literally been there since the beginning. Yeah.
I know it's a year late, but congratulations.
Oh, appreciate it.
I happened to be walking by and heard the woo. I didn't know what was going on. I saw it and like, oh, okay, that was the thing. So once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Unfiltered now, because let's be real. What's the collaboration process between y'all on the other side? Is there button heads? Is it seamless? And that's supposed to be real.
Yeah. I honestly, high key, it's been extremely easy. Because usually 9 times out of 10, it's like, "Hey baby, you want to do this?" You're like, "Yeah, that's a good idea, and let's add this." So we always add our own collectives to
build off each other's ideas. Yeah.
So it's like we haven't had any issues so far. But also, as a future husband, I know my place, and I know if she says she wants to do a video, I'm like, "Yes, ma'am." Yes, ma'am. It's not my problems in the household, so yeah.
So if one person has an idea, the other person say, "Yeah, let's do it," and then they'll add an idea, and then we just keep building, and then that's how we end up with the videos that we have. So it's been great.
Good, you called it.
All right. So you did your panel cosplaying while black yesterday, and first of all, thank you. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. Yeah.
With that said, with Hanada Isn't Black, with how prominent both of you are within the cosplay community, you are now essentially the face of black cosplay. You have started a cosplay cultural revolution where more black people are not only getting more into nerd culture but into cosplaying because of Hanada Isn't Black, because you are challenging the normatives of what cosplaying can be. How did you feel knowing that you were starting this? Because I know you just go home and cook dinner.
Well, sometimes he cooks.
I cook most of the time.
But I mean, like I said yesterday, I'm just so grateful and honored to be able to contribute something to the black cosplay community. I'm honored to be among one of the many great black cosplayers, and have the younger generation look up, have somebody to look up to and say, oh, this person's not letting others stop them from cosplaying or doing what they want to, so I'm gonna do the same thing. And like I said yesterday, I'm still getting messages from people saying, oh, my daughter was gonna quit cosplaying, or my son's gonna stop cosplaying, and then they saw your video and they decided not to stop, and now they're gonna be more determined. So it's a huge honor, and it's crazy like how everything just blew up, because I didn't intend for any of it, because I was just being myself. But yeah, it's been amazing.
To follow up on that, she really inspired me to continue cosplaying, because at one point I just wanted to do like business stuff,
Yeah,
and
you did.
I wanted to stop cosplaying. But she really inspired me, but she made me keep going. So, but also I'm like very proud of you. On the side, I'm gonna be your husband, yes, but at the end of the day, like I've always been a fan from the get-go, and I try to motivate her just to keep pushing, because every time I look at her, I still see her as that beautiful lady that I saw on Facebook, and I was like, oh, I gotta get to know her, even though she didn't like me at first. But when I first saw her, I immediately fell in love with her, and then when she became famous, I was like, dang, that's great. I pushed her, and I thought I was always proud of what she was doing. So you motivated me with your song too, and I tell her every day, so it don't mean as much, but
He always compliments me, so
yeah,
like,
I'm just really proud of her, because not only what you do in the world, it's at home too. She's just a great person. So.
Now, I have to ask the question of, like, y'all done your, like, skit videos together, and then, of course, you have also your own film series that you both work together, which, it bumped it up another level, but then she also brought you into the music side with having you on the Bang It on the Counter video. So I have to ask, because she actually had you dancing in that video. How did that, how does that collaboration go of like, hey, since you want to complain about my seasonings, you about to be part of this video. How did that happen?
When she told me the idea of what she wanted to do, and then she said what she wanted me to do in the video, I'm always like, okay, cool, let's do it. But as far as the dancing, I like dancing.
yeah, that's his personality.
I know I'm big, I'm like 200 plus pounds, but I like dancing, especially late night after party. But yeah, I like dancing. So I think when a lot of times when she tells me to do something in the video and I do it, like, she always gives me free roam, just add a little sauce to it. So when I was doing that in the video, that was just me. That was just me. So yeah.
And the funny thing about that, actually, we weren't living together at that time. So the funniest thing about that is he filmed that in his kitchen, and I told him like the angle, like where to, how I visualized it, and he did it. And I said, I just want you to just be yourself, just dance, and I synced it into the video. So we was in 2 different locations, and I put it together. So it looked like we was in the same video. It looked like we was both in the kitchen at the same time. It was funny, but literally that's his personality anyway. So it was easy.
That was before I saved it from South Carolina.
We ain't talking about that right now.
And then, of course, talk about your films that you have going on. You have your whole brand of doing your films and everything. Tell the audience a little bit about that.
So we have a company in North Carolina called Nerd Point Oh. So we partnered with Psycho Image Films, and we did an amazing collaboration where we make these live action cosplays. We just did a premiere right before this of the new Black Adam film that we did, and it was a great turnout. Everybody loved it. So what we do, we take our cosplays like these, and we make live action films of them. So the guy Ty, who does Psycho Image Films, he's great director, videography is amazing. He does VFX. So we come up with ideas with great stories. Like we did a Star Wars joint, and it was Sith versus Jedi, and then we just collabed and took our ideas and did amazing choreo and just made these amazing films. I think we got maybe 12 short films that we've done. So we, of course, I like to build cosplays, and a lot of times now I build the cosplays for the films that I know is coming in the future. So like we have the Link thing coming up because everybody likes Zelda. So we're gonna do like all the generations of Link meeting together to stop Ganondorf and Darkwing. So we're taking all our ideas and we just collaborate together to make these amazing films. She's calling it.
I'm not sure about that. Go ahead.
So how do you deal with the hate from the internet? Because that's something you can't get past, especially people.
I mean, everybody gets it, but like I said yesterday during our panel, you do have to have thick skin to be a black cosplayer, especially if you're cosplaying a character that's not designed your color. But at this point, it's nothing for me to block somebody. So if I see the comment, that's how much hate that black cosplayers get. It's to the point to where you get a negative comment, block, move on to the next person, because just expect it to happen. It's gonna happen. But honestly, like, it's this thing within the black cosplay community. Like, once you get your first hate comment, you know you made it. Like, so, okay, I'm like, Mama, I made it. I got my first hate comment. That's our thing now. That's how much hate that we get. But it's like an honor, because you know that the haters are gonna be there. So if your cosplay is good enough for somebody to type about it and say something about it, then you know that you're doing a good job. So that's pretty much how you're supposed to look at it.
I don't block nobody.
You like to fight.
I like to fight. I like to argue. But I always tell people that to focus on the positive, because I think I said yesterday, it's like everybody can tell you. You can get 100 comments and say, "Oh, you look dope. You look amazing. This and that." But at one time, someone says something racist.
Yeah.
Your mind dwells on that, and it could make you stop doing it. So I always encourage people to focus on the positive, and then also black cosplayers, we have to do our part to push everybody else up, because the world is already pushing us hard. So we have to do our part, congratulate somebody, say, hey, push. So I always try to tell people, just be that positive in this negative world that we're in. So it starts with us.
Yeah, we're all on the same team,
Yeah.
so we gotta encourage each other to keep each other going. Okay.
Spot.
You go ahead.
All right. So yesterday in the panel we brought up the phrase "this character isn't black," which is the motivation behind how it isn't black. But I asked the inverse of that question in the panel. I'm going to ask it here again today. Why don't we all clap back with "that character isn't white"?
Good.
I mean, sometimes we do, but like some people do, some people don't. I'm just more of I'm just gonna block you and move on because I'm tired, because I already did my part. I put that out there. I basically told everybody, my position on it, and I don't care what you say. She's gonna be black today. That's it. So I mean, everybody like him. He'll clap back and he'll say something. Other cosplayers will say, well, they're not white either. They're Japanese. I enjoy watching people clap back and tell other people that what you just said, because it's true. It's true, but that's.
I'll start doing research. I will go and say, oh, the character's a black. Oh, well, this person is of German descent. You're cosplaying this person. I don't go into other people's stuff and do that. But if they come to my page with that energy,
Exactly.
I'm ready. I'm fully loaded.
He's
every
confrontational.
time. But the good thing about
You use your snarkios then.
Yeah, right. I said, baby, get my pre-workout because I'm about to. But a good thing about, I guess, have good following. Like, if someone sees that comment, if someone leaves a negative comment on our post, and I'll say something to them, I will pin that comment to the top of my comments, and then
Let everybody attack.
everybody else will go for it. So yeah, and that's what I always do, because pinning it and then seeing people just go out. Sometimes I ain't got to argue. I just got to sit back and be like,
Exactly. Your
thank you
followers
guys.
just defend you.
Yeah. So sometimes I see some other people's posts like that too, and I see a negative comment. I'm there to protect us,
Right.
so I will comment too. And then I think it's good. I think one time you had posted, just like how you did Renata, you posted what that person said. The community is strong, and like we said, we're here to protect each other.
And that's what I tell a lot of like upcoming cosplayers, because they ask me, how's it feel? What do you do when this happens? Just don't forget that you have a whole community backing you. You're not alone in this. Even though you could be the only person in your family that cosplays, but when you start posting online and you're just starting out, don't forget we are a community. You have people that support you. So even if you don't reach out to other people, we see you, and we're gonna help you, and we're gonna back you. So people need to remember that too. Yeah.
Okay, so if you had all resources, no limitations, sky's the limit imagination wise. What characters or cosplay would you like to do, like, as a pinnacle?
Yeah, I never. No, go ahead. 'Cause you already know yours. Go ahead.
I want to cosplay Monster Hunter. That's my first cosplay will be unlimited resource Monster Hunter, because they have like huge weapons and the big bills and the big feathers and everything, and then Ironheart. I want to do Ironheart so freaking bad. So if I can just get the whole thing together and just like the helmet and it just have it look right, Monster Hunter and then Ironheart. That's fine.
I think I did mine already. I did Kratos from God of War. That was like my thing, and I could have did it a long time ago, but I wanted to do it right because I love Kratos so much. She helped me
A
with
lot
it.
of body paint.
Yeah, because if I would did it, I would just glued everything together. But she consoled, so she helped me make it happen. But I think Kratos was my dream, and it happened.
We talked about it for a long time before we actually did it.
Yeah. So if it's a bald character, I'm gonna do it. You feel me?
Nice.
Yeah.
Every time. We'll wake it up.
Yeah. Got it.
All right. So, you guys being recognized as such a representation of Black love in the nerdy space. And like, I don't even live here anymore. I went to somebody else and I mentioned the guest list when I asked about this con. I said, yeah, Six Raikage, Afrococoapuffs. And I was like, oh, really? Then I'm like, oh, like, so y'all got motion in Philly. So,
Wow.
so, with that being said, though, Black love, Black couples want to be like y'all, like whether it's cosplay or just being together just to join each other's company. So, what advice would you have for Black nerdy couples to keep it going, keep those interests in alignment, and also just like enjoy each other in these spaces?
I would say keep your relationship. Keep the outside world out of it, because people are going to try to give you advice. So advice is good, but everybody's advice doesn't work for you. So I know what we do, because no one's perfect. We're not just this happy couple that everybody sees on the internet. We have our spouse too. Everybody does. But when we have that, it's us. It's not me saying, "Hey, Shaquika, let me tell you what."
Shaquika?
Yeah, Shaquika. Let me tell you what Apple did. We're not bringing that to the outside world. So what we go through, we talk about. And I think I say this all the time, but communication is everything. Like, it's everything. And I think one of the main causes of relationship breakups is unexpected or uncommunicated.
Expectations.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
The expectations. So you can expect somebody to do something, but if you're not, you can't read minds. So I think in this relationship, I talk a lot. So I'll always express how I feel about everything. So yeah, communication.
Yeah, and with me, with cosplaying couples, I encourage to do a lot of projects together. Even if if you're doing cosplay, like if you're not a builder or a sewer, or still work on projects together. It's enjoyable. It's relaxing. Don't just have fun with it. Don't do anything that's going to cause any stress. But I feel like having projects that you do together, having a lot of couple cosplays, that would help to build a relationship, because we enjoy doing our stuff together. Like, so much to the point to where we end up making a couples page, Kokokage, and then and that page is doing great too. So we just do a lot of stuff together as a couple.
I was really about to ask that, but what's next? I know the wedding bells are around the corner. What's next?
Yeah.
What's next for you?
What's next for you?
Grow my hair out. No,
Yeah,
right now.
Do it.
Yeah, I can't, but I'm stuck with them. But it's just a lot more content. We've been growing our base with the company Nerd Point in Charlotte. Like I said, we've been hosting events. We've been collaborating with Black Payday. So we have an event where we're collaborating with them, and they're bringing their stuff to Charlotte, where we're making a big collaboration for a Faye event in Charlotte. So we have a lot more like videos and films. We're doing a Kaiju #8 live action film, and then I know you haven't seen the new stuff that we have to back out of now, but with the updated stuff that we have now, this Kaiju #8 film is going to be outlandish.
Yeah.
And we have some big name cosplayers who's going to be a part of it too. So yeah.
And as far as like what's next, yeah, we're getting married in a couple of months. And the theme is One Piece.
Whoa.
So it's gonna be One Piece meets elegance. So it's gonna be a lot of One Piece undertones for everything. And I know like we didn't realize how expensive the wedding can be. But so not everybody can be there, but we are gonna live stream it on our page, so you'll be able to see it. So as far as what's next, we're holding a lot of the projects like you mentioned on hold for now until we're done with that. But after the wedding, a lot of big stuff on the movies and very fun.
We'll get my money right back. 'Cause, woo!
Yeah.
Now, of course, a lot of people with balancing cosplay, doing content creation, what tips do you give for maintaining your mental health and your balance that it doesn't overwhelm you and affect you mentally?
I think people have to understand that mental health comes first, because you can't do this, you can't live without your mental health. So it's great because we're in the relationship that we're in. So if I see her stressed or just having a moment, like I know the point now where I can say, hey baby, come here. Let's take a second, let's breathe, let's come back and collect. So we definitely learned each other and our habits, but I think mental health is very important because a lot of us blurs are introverts. A lot of us are introverts. And luckily for me, I'm an extrovert. So my whole life has been an adopted introvert program. So I always try to find, I was a psychology major. So I kind of, I don't play my game. Yeah.
He said he has an adopted introvert program. He's not lying about that. Remember, he adopted me so hard he's marrying me.
Yeah.
But
first patient.
But yeah, that's basically Nerd.0. It's a lot of people came in because he kind of forced them in, but he has a habit of making somebody uncomfortably comfortable, so they can be. They can still be themselves, but he'll point you like, hey, we see you, you can shine and everything, and that's how we got a lot of people into 2.0.
It's funny.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I used to be a teacher, and that's what the principal said to me. He said, you have a good habit of making someone uncomfortably comfortable.
Yeah.
Because all the kids used to come to me when they were younger. I used to be that teacher, and he said that to me. That's funny that you said that.
Because it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. I kind of forgot the question, but yeah.
Mental health.
Oh, mental health. Yeah. And yeah, like he said, because I have anxiety, so if he's been with me for a while, so if he sees the look on my face, like when I see other people, I'm always gonna put energy out for me to interact with them. But he can tell when my social battery is on 10%. So he's like, okay, after this, you want to sit down in the back and just collect yourself, or you want to get something to eat, something to drink, or are you okay? He's always checking on me. Even before we got together, he was always checking on me. So yeah. So yeah, that's why
I first actually saw you. I think she was saying something was not right with her, because she was. I think you was feeling overwhelmed at the time.
Yeah.
And I just kept checking on you. You need something? You need water? I don't want her to think I was a creep. Ball,
you had it had on yourself.
There you go.
That's real.
Yeah.
Last question.
Oh, that's not me picking them. That's you.
Go ahead.
What's the one thing that each of you love about the other that the other may not necessarily know about? What's one thing that you do or say or something that the other does that you just love that about that person? But you may not know.
Do me.
I mean, one thing that I love about him is that he is extremely family oriented. He is very caring. He always gonna put his family first, before anything, before anybody. And like to him, it may seem like a weakness, or just the fact that he overthinks sometimes, but he loves hard. And that's one thing I really appreciate, because I haven't had a love like his love before. So it's different, and I appreciate it. and you know, I never want him to stop because I need it. And even though he may not think that it's helping me, but it does. It helps me to keep going because I know I have somebody behind me that is gonna love me no matter what, and is gonna encourage me to keep going. So.
Look at that smile. Look at that
Yeah,
smile.
sure, sure ain't no me for real.
Go ahead,
I don't know how to come after that. She's short. Nah, I love her her positivity in this crazy world, because even when she's down on her luck, even when she's tired, even when she's tired cooking the downtown day with the kids, she's always positive. And just seeing that light in her, like I never want to see it dim. So that's why I'm always doing my part to make sure she's okay, because I see that I guess the innocence and that purity in her every time that she wakes up in the morning, even if she's not feeling it. And I love that about her, because like you don't see that with everybody. Like, everybody, the world has, you know, left this mark on us, and it's still left a mark on her as well. You still see it, but that positive mindset and the willingness to give back to the community all the time is what pushes me to be the person that I am, and it makes it easy to love you, because you really lift my spirits when I'm always tired. I work like crazy, but when I come home and I see my crazy kids and they jump on me, and then she comes in and gives me this amazing hug, I'm like, I got about 5 more hours in me. Like you're my sense of being. Like, cause she literally lifts me up, and I tell her that, and I always try to make sure I let you know how beautiful you are and how much I love you, because I really mean that. And I've never felt that about a person in my entire life. So I asked her to marry me.
Wow, I love y'all now. Like
Right.
You're in my favorite relationship.
Right.
We're gonna argue after this.
But despite that, like we're literally best friends before a couple. I can talk to him about anything. He can talk to me about what's bothering him, and we're best friends first, because we know like we're not going anywhere after this. This is our last relationship, and we know no matter what, it's going to work. It's going to work. So yeah, that's the mindset that we both keep, because we know that's it. So
Yes, it's great to marry your best friend, because you know you've had friends before, best friends, but when I met her, of course we was in different relationships before, and we never overstepped that boundary. But you know, I met somebody who was like really cool. And I was like, oh, she's cool. She liked the same thing I like. Like I said, she didn't like me when we first met, but
he not.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Michelle and like Barack me.
But we found out like who each other were. We found out like we love almost everything, and even the stuff that we don't like together, like we find a way to make it work. And it's just like it's been nothing but greatness, which is still scary, because like,
Like,
everything's
too
so
good
great.
to be
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
So it's like I really found like that anime love that you see in these shows.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
crazy.
a great way to put it.
Yeah. We're our own anime.
Yeah.
Aw.
Right? Yeah.
Slice of life.
It's crazy. But yeah.
Well, if you could give your social media handles for people to know how to follow you both.
Okay.
You go first.
Alright. Well, I'm Raikage6. That's me on all platforms. And I also have the company Nerd.0. Same thing on all platforms. And I encourage everybody to follow Cycle Image Films, because we're pushing really hard to do great things, and especially for the Black community. Because if you see most of our videos, it's always a Black cast. So we're trying to push that too.
And I'm Afrococoapuffs on all platforms. So if you typed in that soon, there's only one. Music platforms as well, Afrococoapuffs. And then our couples page, Coco Kage, Coco from Afrococoapuffs, Kage from Raikage. Put that together, that's us. So yeah.
I know y'all see I stare at her a lot, because I just think she's like, Jesus Christ. You know how everybody has an image of, you know,
You won the lottery.
Yeah, she's really that person. Like, dang, I had an image in my head of like a Black woman. And I saw her page on Facebook. I was like, God. Yeah.
I love it.
But yeah.